I just decided that, we talk about Shinja a lot in our VCs. We're kind of like an open forum in our VCs. We don't shun anybody from talking about one project or the other. So I learned a lot from Shinja and Cliff and wanted to take that to this project. I think being transparent, being open, being honest, I think that's something that the space is lacking. I think it needs a lot more of it. So
All right, family, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be on Shintama, and I'm going to give you guys an update on what's going on. The price is literally skyrocketing, guys, and I feel like this thing is going to go even crazier. It's going to defy gravity. Shintama is doing a lot of wonderful things. So let's take a look at how many followers. Remember, guys, this is the temporary account because they are trying to fix some things on the other Twitter account. They're not sure why it was banned yet, but they are figuring that out. So guys, if you didn't tune to the AMA, I'll show you some clips on that AMA shortly, but they had a lot of information as to what the project is trying to do and what they are trying to do in the crypto space. So that was their first AMA, and it was pretty interesting. Also, Shintama token, along with the Dubai Expo, they applied for the Australia Expo. So they're not just doing one expo, they're doing more than one. And as you all know, they have been listed on Bitmart, but there was a few issues as far as listing the zeros. So Bitmart is working on that as we speak. So take a look at this, guys. The buys just keep rolling in. A lot of people are seeing the potential in this setup. I'm not saying it's gonna go up forever, but right now, this is what's going on. So I'm gonna play some clips for you on the AMA. You'll be able to see the Chief Operating Officer of Shintama talking about Shintama. So here it is.
How has the journey been so far?
The journey's been exciting. We launched about a month ago today, almost exactly a month ago. It's just been a wild ride, an engaged community, dedicated community. Just the whole process of developing the back end, the utility. It's just been a wild ride, very exciting, humbling. So just to give a brief rundown to your viewers and anybody new to the project or have not heard of Shintama yet, we launched about a month ago, and it's a utility token. We are currently building, have launched the beta version of the DApp. So this DApp is going to be kind of like a think of it like a MetaMask. Akeem, I know in some of your videos you've kind of explained the basics of cryptocurrency. So this the product that we're developing will kind of be like a cryptocurrency wallet, kind of like MetaMask, but within that wallet, you'll have a browser and also some cool things that you can do within the wallet. Some financial tools like staking to give you rewards, NFT loans, the ability to create your own NFTs and export the metadata of those NFTs to different platforms such as OpenSea or LooksRare or Mintable. So we're really stoked about the utility of that aspect in the project as a whole. But we're also stoked that the community that we have and that we've built in the last 30 days, they're just so strong. They're really powerful. They're diehard. They believe in the project, and they also contribute to the development cycle and phases of the project. So it's a really cool dynamic of the team and the community developing a real utility. And this is all culminating here shortly in the next 2 weeks in Dubai at the Dubai Crypto Expo, where we're going to showcase some of these things. We're going to try to get the word out on what we're trying to do, what the community is doing, and we just try to make a splash and make our name heard in this space. So that's what's got us excited up to this point. So we have a few platforms where we send out information. We're on Discord, Reddit, Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, we're actually having some issues with our Twitter account. So we have a temporary one, but most of the things that you can find out about the community and the project in real time and most accurate and where the team is most active is in Telegram. There we have nightly voice chats where we give kind of daily updates. We do shield contests. We give back to the community. We get in there and show our faces, have general discussions. But yeah, that's where you can find most of the activity in the community in Telegram.
Well, do you know what happened to the main page? Because I want to post the actual page that's temporary right now, just in case some new investors want to go look, and look and see what y'all have in store. So.
Yeah, so I think our main page got botted or something, and it got flagged by Twitter. But right now we're waiting for the recovery process. But we have a temporary page, which Infamous, if you can send that to him, the temporary page, and then once we get the official page back up, if from being shadow banned, we can give you that.
I actually just posted it. I pinned it to the top. This is the actual the page that's not shadow banned right now. And I was actually looking on the actual page. Y'all have like a shield contest, right? Do you want to explain that? Explain that to the community and the followers.
Yeah, I'll let Infamous take care of that. Go ahead, Infamous. You're able to talk right now.
Is that Infamous the ape guardian? Did he join
I'm
with
the
another
I'm the
page?
utility developer. Frank, I
Oh,
think
nice.
Infamous is muted.
Okay. Yeah, because Infamous was having a hard time actually coming up here on stage. So
He is a bit scared to talk sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. Mans is a great speaker. Frank, who's handling our speech at Dubai? Is it you or is it Infamous?
That's going to be Infamous also.
Awesome.
But yeah, we're having a show contest right now. We're going to have 5 winners each, and they're going to receive $1,000. And it ends tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So yeah, part of this contest is, guys, if you're in the community, retweet, share, like, and then submit that in the Telegram, and then we'll pick 5 winners, and each of those winners will receive $1,000, and that ends tomorrow at 9 p.m. And then I know we're having another contest. So we were supposed to have a listing on Bitmart, but there was a technical issue today due to on their end. I guess they couldn't support our decimals for the token. So there's going to be a buy and hold contest once Bitmart listing goes live also. So we're gonna have 2 contests running pretty much around the same time to reward our community members, to reward traders, and just kind of increase awareness of the project.
nice. So this shield contest is basically just giving people a chance to win some value within the community by just simply liking, retweeting, and I guess posting, tagging people up under the post.
Yeah. And the point of that is, just to keep the community engaged, which they've already have been doing, but also to raise awareness, because as, a lot of us know that these community-driven projects, it's all about raising awareness, and social media is a excellent tool for that. So we like to reward the community for, putting in the effort, spreading the word, and, being holders.
Got you. So I see, the name is what, Shintama, right? So I'm guessing it's a collab with Shinja and then Saitama community, right?
Yeah, Shintama was, it was birthed from the idea of joining 2 successful communities together. At that time, I think there was a lot of infighting between Shinja and Saitama due to the whole Saitamask non-listing. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, Akeem.
Yes, I was aware of that. Yep.
Yeah, so there was a lot of infighting from that, and whales from both projects kind of got together and say, hey, let's build something together, let's build something positive out of this, and here we are.
No doubt. Yeah. So because I'm a big community guy, and I mean, what this project speaks to me about is unity. So it's like, do y'all have any active members out there in both the Shinja and the Saitama communities to actually get the word out that, hey, why not come together? Why are we fighting over this when we're all in here early and we're all trying to make it? Why not just come together and support a good cause? Like, do y'all have members out there getting the good word out? Because like me and you both know, like when it comes to a community quote unquote based project, whether it's crypto or NFT, like you have to be really active on the Twitter streets in real life, getting people into crypto. So like, do y'all have a plan set out to, get the word out that y'all are trying to unite both of the communities? How is that going to be?
Yeah, we do have a plan, and it's starting with you, Akeem. So obviously we don't want to go directly to those communities and say, hey, join this token, buy this token, because the crypto communities can be a little tribal, and especially if you're overt like that, you might get a little pushback. So to raise awareness on the project and the roots of the project and what we're trying to do, we're coming onto platforms like yours, Akeem, and letting people know that, hey, this project is here, this is what we're trying to do, and by the way, there's also utility behind it. Moving forward, we're going to keep doing these AMAs. We're going to keep looking at other influencers via YouTube, Twitter, and just try to educate crypto users in the space, not just about our project, but operating safely and securely. And I think once that's kind of is a nice segue into the utility aspect of what we're trying to develop. And I kind of want to hand it over to Ape to really talk about that, security and some of the features that we're adding into the product.
Nice. Yeah, let's talk about that. Ape, talk about the utility within the DeFi aspects of what this token is going to provide, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So the utility is pretty complex. It's really intricate. We're building it one piece at a time, and with the integral aspect in mind, so it'll be really easy to integrate all together in the future. But it breaks down into a couple of different components, which I'll go into individually. The ones that we have completed is currently we have the Shintama wallet done, and I finished that a little bit last week. I think it was Tuesday, something like that. Last week when we released it. It's a super simple interface. It's not complex. It's not complicated. It's a really easy to use, intuitive wallet that has varying security levels. So you have a pin protected BTC wallet that you can activate. You have a multi-sig wallet that you can set up within there that's multi-currency. So ERC20, BEP20, Matic, as well as BTC. So you've got a bunch of different compatibility with ETH, blockchains, Binance, BTC, and Tron and Matic. So we're trying to make sure that we're as cross-chain compatible as possible with the wallet aspect, because one of the other uses that the wallet is going to tie in is we want to bring a new take on DEXs, because currently, if you're a multi-chain trader, if you're not, mono-chain, you're not just honed in on ETH, you're honed in on ETH, you're honed in on AVAX, you're honed in on Phantom, you're honed in on Binance, and you're trading, all kinds of different currencies. Going through those third-party on and off ramps to get your funds between cryptos, or using third-party bridge sites that have astronomical fees, is really frustrating. And so we want to be able to provide our community with a way to exchange cryptos cross-chain through bridge systems in a simple DEX format that goes AVAX to ETH, that would go ETH to BTC to Binance to USDT to BNB, whatever it is, whatever change, whatever conversion you need, you'd be able to complete on this DEX and have all of the bridges built in on the back end, and then make it as affordable as possible on the fee side of things. So those are the two, really interesting, useful utility aspects that I really am excited about. But that's not it, because we know, trading is not the only thing that people do in crypto. A lot of people come into this space and they want to create, and they want to make something for people. They want to share something with people. Whether it's NFTs, whether it's they have a skill that they want to share. So whether it's whether it's they want to share something, they want to create something, and when you're a project creator or developer, or particularly when it's in specifics NFTs, when you're creating and generating all of the information that you need for your collection, when you're generating all of the metadata, all of the artwork, all the graphics, and then you're getting everything set up to be able to put it onto OpenSea or whatever NFT marketplace you want to do, we're providing an API where if you build your project through our API, it is a seamless transition to transfer all of that information to OpenSea. Whether you're using a minting engine that we provide or not, it'll have really seamless capability to integrate with any system using our API protocol. And the reason that that's really useful is to help give artists and creators who aren't super familiar with crypto, who aren't, who haven't been in it for 2-3 years or a year, who are really just kind of coming into this space, and kind of give them a really simple tool to use to kind of introduce them into the space and get them on the ground floor and get them into communities and be able to connect them with people. And so we're really passionate about that. And all of this, which also includes a staking platform, which is what I'm building right now, because staking platforms are, not simple, but they're relatively useful in terms of utility for communities that are really interested in staking tokens. So that's what I'm working on at the moment to get up and running, is our Shintama staking platform, so that people will have that aspect of investing opportunity. And that's what we're kind of on track to release next. But what I was about to say before I remembered that was that what kind of ties all this together, what brings this entire vision together, is that we're going to build it all into a browser at the end of this. So we're going to have one Shintama browser, and it's going to be based off of either Chromium or Mozilla, which are both open source, or maybe Opera as well, because they have some really good privacy things built in. But we've been evaluating what open source browser software we want to go with, what kind of code base we want to use. But what the neat aspect of that is one of the key things that I have been focused on has been being able to customize this tool, because it's something that's built for me as an investor and not me as a developer. So it's built for me as an investor. So how is it that I can make it as simple, intuitive, and easy to navigate, and super, super simple to use? Those are like keep it simple, stupid, KISS. That's kind of been my motto going through making all of this, is how can I make it as easy to use? Because coming into crypto, it's super complicated, super complex, and it doesn't have to be. It is that way, because the more complex it is, the easier it is for people to scam you and take your money. And so the simpler it is, the more transparent it is, the better. So that's kind of what we've been focused on. But we want to be able to have this interface with the dashboard where you've got your wallet automatically connected, and it'll show you all of your different portfolio balances, your totals, your percentages up, down, tracking all of this information. And on your home page, similar to how on Google or any other browser, you can pin or select different sites to have, up on the bar or have on the front page when you open it up. We want to have that same thing, but have actual use. So you could pin a chart, up in the top right corner of your above your search bar on the top left, or you could, and I mean search bars, and like you open up the browser and you've got the search bar in the middle of the screen. So you could have all these different widgets all the way around your search bar that would have all of your information on your homepage, and you just have that open in a different desktop or on your second screen, and it's just displaying all your information. It's got chart data, it's got real-time price information, it's got real-time exchange information, it's got all of this stuff updated, it's got links to whatever central exchanges our tokens are on, or whatever token you're using. It's got access to bridges, it's got access to multi-chain compatibility, it's your NFT project status, the floor, it's monitoring everything. Whatever it is, whatever information to you specifically is useful to know on a real fast basis, that's what we want you to be able to put up there and pin, and be able to just kind of customize it on a widget format. And then you just click on it and it expands it up into the full viewable service, and then you move on from there. And that's kind of the vision.
Nice. You get to explain a lot use case right there. Since, you already. So I want to ask you, how long have you been?
Akeem, your microphone is doing the robot thing again.
So what I think, Akeem, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think what you just asked was about the timeline for everything. Is that what you were asking?
Yeah. Can you hear now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was asking how long have you been in the game when it comes to developing?
Oh, so when it comes into actually, TypeScript, getting in on the actual ground floor of developing Web3, working on actual crypto-related projects, I've only been doing it for about a year or so. But when I got into it, I knew it was something that I was going to be really passionate about. So I kind of just started preparing really quick. So about a year and 2-3 months that I've been working on different projects and stuff, and just kind of just been trying to learn as much as I can, and really just trying to figure out what it is about crypto that is so unique, and then along with that, how do you make it a safer space? How do you guarantee safety, security, and that fun safe food? So that's, I think, a big conundrum for people who are coming into the space, because especially with Telegram, you don't know who's sending you a DM, you don't know who's contacting you, and so a lot of times there's a lot of opportunity to be scammed. I've been rugged. I can't tell you how many times. I have been scammed by promoters. I can't tell you how many times. I mean, it's just, there's so many different ways people can get you to just fall into a trap. And so we want to make as much of that aspect of crypto negligible as possible.
Sounds like you're doing a good job. And I wanted to say, yeah, it's good that you started off, as an investor and then, moved up to the developing role, because now, like you said, like you're using the KISS method, keep it simple, keep it simple, stupid, like make it to
Exactly.
where like everything is transparent for new investors coming into space, because, we were all once new investors coming into this space. So now that you're behind, the utility part, you can probably, or you will, do something wonderful for the world as far as coming up and developing new things that can be that easy for new investors to get behind and want to support for the long run. I think we got a famous crypto up here now. What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. Yeah. A couple of technical difficulties. Finally got it figured out. So glad to be part of this for sure.
No doubt, man. Glad to have you up here, man. Now that we have you up here, I know myself most importantly, but I know the listeners and the supporters of your community wants to hear why Shintama. Like what gets your blood pumping to wake up every morning to work behind this project and to deliver a use case for the people that are investing into it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So, when I started, I was an investor and decided to run with the VC and take that role with the team, and just got really passionate with it. Got to know everybody. We had a great run at the beginning, shooting up to almost 78 million market cap, where I got to know a lot of people. Started to kind of fall off as usual, how it goes off of a launch, and really got to like get involved with the community. Every night I'm in VC talking to these people, talking to the friends from 7 o'clock on till midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they do it for me. It's like it's really fun to be there, work with them, chill hard. I don't know, it's something about it. So definitely love being in there every night with them. Our community base is really strong. I see many of the same people in there every day. I know most of them by first name. I can hear their voice and know who's speaking. We just got a really strong community that works together 24 hours a day. They're really passionate about the project, and they love to show their bags and get our name out. So
Nice, bro. I heard a little talk about the Dubai trip. Will you be out there?
yes, sir. Yeah. So I leave Sunday to Dubai. So we'll get there a couple days early. Frank will be there as well. Be able to get acclimated, get set up, get our bearings, and then bring Shintama to Dubai. So
Nice, man. I like how y'all are attacking the outer states areas, because they will be more inclined to listen to the crypto talk because it's been implemented out that way. But it's great that y'all are starting. Y'all building that foundation, building that base. But that's a big move, bro. Going out there to Dubai and being able to set up out there. So that's a big
yeah,
move.
I think it's gonna be great. That's the thing about our project is that we've had a great run. We've had our first moonshot, and it was fun. But now who we have are real investors. They're not paper handed. They're not just here to make a couple bucks. They're not here to trade daily. They're here for the project. They believe in the project. They believe in the team. They believe in Ape and everything that he brings to the table. So we're a solid investment opportunity for investors in Dubai and all over. So we have a solid base. We're grounded and we work hard. So I think it's just a perfect opportunity to present ourselves to the world. Is like, hey, we're here. We've already gone through our rough patch, I guess. But we're here, and we're here to stay. We're letting people know that we're not here for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This is a long-term deal. We're gonna be here no matter what. And now is as good a time as ever to get involved.
Nice. Yeah, we are early. Everybody that's in this room is early to the whole crypto ecosystem that everybody is being a part of right now, if we're talking about blockchain technology. But I do want to ask you a question. Is this your first project that you know, worked on or working on, or did you come from another team? What's your experience within the space?
So I've been in team chats. This is the first one that I've actually taken on a significant role in, and I just decided that we talk about Shinja a lot in our VCs. We're kind of like an open forum in our VCs. We don't shun anybody from talking about one project or the other. So I learned a lot from Shinja and Cliff, and wanted to take that to this project. I think being transparent, being open, being honest, I think that's something that the space is lacking. I think it needs a lot more of it. So when I got with this team and we all got together, I knew it was a project I wanted to be behind, and I just kind of took the leap and went for it. So you'll see, like, if you were in our VCs, some of the guys joke with me, the early investors, when I first turned on the camera, they said I was red in the face and super nervous, and it's kind of funny. But now it's just like hanging out with friends, whether it's 40 or 100 in there every night. It just feels like home at this point. So got a really nice community. If you haven't checked us out, definitely check us out. 7 o'clock every night I'm in there, video chat. I'm gonna try to bring video chat to Dubai with us as well, to where we can kind of bring our community on our trip with us. I plan to record from the flight all the way there and back, and then while we're in the booth, bring the community to Dubai. So, but yeah, come if you haven't checked us out yet, definitely come stop by our Telegram, check out our VC.